Joining me now is David Bowles from the RSPCA. Good evening, David. Thanks for coming in. Just tell us exactly what are the rules at the moment about keeping dogs?
Well, actually, the rules changed only a couple of weeks ago. So the sentences were increased, so it's now up to 14 years if, like in this very sad case, your dog kills a person. And also now it's an offence not just in the public place, but in the private place in your home if the dog is out of control. So we were happy that the rules were increased. However, we think that the government are not looking at it the right way. What we want to do, and this is a very good example of this, is we want people to actually be aware of what they're doing when they get a dog. It's a responsibility, it's not a right.
How do you make people aware of what it takes to get a dog? How do you impress that upon people if they're naturally irresponsible people who just want to get a dog?
Well, of course, at the moment, it's far too easy to get a dog. You could go on the internet now and you could have a dog and not know anything about it by 7 o'clock tonight. You wouldn't know how to feed it, you wouldn't know how to exercise it or what it needs. And what we need is obviously better education. But the RSPCA ultimately believes that you need dog licensing brought back. At least that will get people to think about before they get a dog.
Because they were abolished in 1987.
Yeah.
The thing is, before, when we had dog licences, people who were irresponsible didn't bother then. Why would they bother now?
That's true, and you have to get a much better message out. I think it's important that the government has changed the sentencing. This very sad case today shows very clearly that if you don't know what you're doing with your dog and the dog is then dangerously out of control, and as unfortunately happened here, it killed somebody, there are severe consequences, including prison. And that's the very clear message the RSPCA wants to send to any dog owners or prospective dog owners. Think before you get a dog and make sure you know exactly what you're doing.
Well, a few messages on this. Martin Allen says dogs should be treated the same as cars or guns. You need a licence to prove fitness to own and be with one. Carol Saunders says bring back licensing, as you say. Make owners prove they're responsible by taking a test. Is that feasible?
Yeah, I mean, the RSPCA would like to see people actually understand how to control their dogs. One of the major problems is that people don't know how to control their dogs or how to make their dog behave properly. The issue is not about the dog. The issue is about the person who is irresponsible and doesn't know how to do this. And we think, I mean, unfortunately, the dog is even worse than a television or a TV set or a radio, because it's a sentient being. It has feelings, and like in this sad case, if it's not fed or watered or kept properly, then you will have horrible consequences.
David, many thanks for coming in.
Thank you.